this scenario, I have one question for you. Uh, is about small scale business. So, how they will grow their business in this scenario? What's your opinion?
So by this scenario, you mean post-pandemic?
Post-pandemic.
Okay. So interestingly, yesterday the lockdown restrictions are a bit relaxed. So we went out for a drive in the night, and there is a shop nearby which sells children's toys. And we saw that the shop has closed. The There was a banner saying that shop is for rent now, and that really struck me. It is good you brought up this point today. See, small businesses, these are small businesses. I mean, the person who was renting that shop earlier and selling those children's toys, he was doing it for quite a long time now, and it was not a so it is sort of a local brand which has 2 or 3 shops in other locations as well. So I was quite surprised to see they had shut down. But clearly, because of the lockdown restrictions and the pandemic like situation, clearly their sales have gone down. So rather than concentrating on growth, these businesses they have to consider their survival first. So, it is not a straightforward answer. And I am not a person to judge anybody on this subject. It's just that I can give you my opinion as to what I can do. So, first of all, what I can tell a business owner like that is that you have to cut down your expenses first. So if like your rent in one location is, let's say, 10,000 rupees, you have to find a location where you can set up the same amount of or the same space for lesser money. Maybe you can sell some of your equipment, like if you had bought a car or bought a vehicle, you can sell that and use that money for your day-to-day expenses these days. Thirdly, it's not a good thing to say, but sometimes, if it's a matter of survival, then clearly you have to let go of people. There is no other option. It is the most, I don't prefer that. I don't like doing that. It's not comfortable me sharing this, but for a business to survive, for a business owner to continue with his business, if that is the most drastic action he or she can take. So certainly it is and there is no one answer for all that I can give.
Yeah.
Because the pandemic or the lockdown restriction has affected different type of businesses differently. But one thing I can say is people who are businesses which manage their cash flow better. So cash flow means they had more income than their expenses at any given point. They are doing much better because they have some cash in hand with them,
Okay.
which they can use it. So again, some might say that you are using your savings, which is not good for your long term. Certainly, I would not think about expansion at this point in time, because first you need to build a strong foundation. I'm of that opinion. You set the ball rolling. You start with selling 10 units, 20 units every month. Set a target like that. That for this month I'm going to make or sell, let's say, 20 units. If you achieve that, then you go higher. So it's like continuously build the organization. Now I know it is sort of a difficult situation or difficult point to digest for business owner who is doing business for about quite a long time, 10-15 years, to hear this, that you have to start all over again. But I mean, there is no option now. The situation calls for it. So certainly my 2 cents on this question would be that instead of thinking of growth at this point in time, we need to concentrate on survival at first. So by survival, I don't mean only your business, but I mean, you should make all effort to not fire anybody, because it is a difficult situation for everybody now. So I mean, that is part of the survival. That your first goal should be whatever employees you had prior to the lockdown and prior to the pandemic situation, how can you retain them? If that is proving to be difficult, then think of firing somebody. But your survival strategy should include all your employees first.